Now I want to welcome on the show freshman defenseman Emma Gerwitz from St. Louis, Missouri. Emma, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just excited that hockey's finally back.
Me too. It's been a long time.
I know, I bet. So growing up, you played for the Lady Blues. Did that have any decision or any factor into your decision to stay locally?
Yeah, definitely, of course. Growing up, I knew the area really well. I played boys hockey, so I've been in the hockey world in the St. Louis area forever, and I just really kind of wanted to stay close to home. Didn't want to leave the family. I want to make sure they could come and see me. Um, Whenever I was playing blues, we were traveling a whole lot, so not everybody could come and see and like watch our games. So staying locally was a really big part of why I came to Maryville.
I bet that's tough too with family and COVID. I'm sure, and I'm not sure if they've been able to come to the rink or go to Centene at all.
Yeah.
But I hope that everyone around can at least watch the games, if that.
It's been tough. I mean, obviously we're not allowed to have spectators, but we get through it. They live stream as much as they possibly can, so it's better than nothing, but
That's
still
true.
not the same.
Is it weird not having fans? I know this is obviously your first year here, but is it weird trying to create that own energy for yourself when you don't really have anyone there to cheer you on?
Personally, for me, no, because again, whenever we were playing,
Yeah.
we were always traveling, so like we never really had big crowds, and I never played high school hockey, so
Mhm.
technically I've never really played in front of like a big crowd. So not having as many people in the rink isn't something that's like off for me.
Mhm.
Um and our team is awesome. I mean, all of the girls, we feed off of each other's energy. So that's a really big part of our team is like just making sure that, we're there for each other and we're always supporting each other.
Well, that's awesome to hear because I mean, this women's program, it's the first year in its program history. Are you excited and kind of feel honored to be a part of this first team?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, we're all starting something new and we're going to be starting something that hopefully carries on into as long as we can even watch. So we're all super excited to be here. Really excited to be a part of something that's new, and also kind of be a role model for the younger girls that are in the hockey world that maybe they felt like they couldn't have the same opportunity. So we're taking a really big step here for St. Louis girls hockey.
And for those who, and this is like a personal question, for those who haven't seen your game, how would you describe your playing style for all the Maryville fans that haven't been able to watch your games yet?
I would definitely say that I'm a risk taker. I like to be a little bit aggressive.
Like to activate in the offensive
If
zone?
anybody's in front of my net, they're gonna get a couple shots. I mean, I'm not gonna take a penalty for it,
Hmm.
but it's my house. I'm gonna take care of it. And that's also just kind of being there for my other teammates. Like I know that it's not just me out there. I have to be aware of everybody that's out there, keep my head up, make as many plays as I can, but make the right plays.
You just got to let them know you're there. That's all it is
hmm
to it. So like you said, you guys are a young team. Has it been weird trying to, figure things out during this kind of COVID season with such a young team?
hmm Um, I mean, I think given the circumstances, we've done a really good job.
Hmm.
Um, as a young team, I feel like if anything, this was the best year for this to happen
Right.
because none of us really had like a set regimen or like a set way that we expected the season to go. So we're all just kind of going along with it, making the best of everything that we can. And we're following in the footsteps of the older girls that have had college experience. But for the most part, I mean, we're all just taking it day by day, working as hard as we can and making the most of what we got.
What was that like during the period of time that there were no games going on and practices were funky? And what did your like day to day life look like at that point when you didn't really have hockey in your life?
It was definitely really weird, especially since we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. I mean, the most amount of people we could have on the ice was like 10 kids and two goalies.
Hmm.
So, and even then we were split into five kids on each side. So it was definitely really weird. But usually we would get to the rink probably around like 10:30ish, be on the ice by 11, and we practice for like 45 minutes to an hour. And then we get off, do some homework, go to class, and that would pretty much be it. I'd go home, eat, get ready to do it again the next day. It
I
was
mean,
just a cycle.
yeah, and I'm sure not playing games in the middle of that too, you're just like, come on, like this sucks
Yeah,
so much.
I know. We were all super ready to get out there.
Well, that's what brings me to my next question is you girls finally had the opportunity to play this weekend. What was your emotions like finally stepping out on the ice and looking across the sheet and seeing a team in a different sweater?
It was absolutely surreal. I mean, for me at least, and I'm sure I'm speaking for the rest of the team as well. I mean, being a first year team, being our first college hockey game for the entire program and mine as well. I mean, absolutely surreal. It's one of those things that you dream about as a little kid and you just kind of like hope and wish that it happens. And
Mhm.
then you get into the moment, you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually really happening. Like, you're just on cloud nine. I mean, we went into it, we're like, we don't know what to expect.
Right.
We're going to make the most of it. But I mean, it didn't really bounce our way, but at the same time, we couldn't have possibly been more happy with the way that it turned out. We have a short bench. There's no doubt about that. It's tough, but I mean, we make the most of what we got and we all play for each other. So that's huge for us.
No, I love to hear that. And, this weekend, like you said, the bounces didn't go your ways. You played against a good Lindenwood team. Is having a tough test like that early in the season really important, especially as the season progresses?
I think for us, that was a really big step. And going into it, we kind of were really timid, didn't really know where we stood against them. And then once we got into the game, I mean, the first period kind of was nothing like we were expecting, but we came back. And I mean, that was huge for us. We realized, all right, we can play with them. We just got to buy into our system. We got to, talk and pass to each other. So once we kind of found our groove and like settled down a little bit, I mean, our nerves were pretty high given it was our first game. But once we kind of found our groove, we realized, you know what, we got this. Like, we can hang with them. So that was a really big step for us. And I think that was really important. And one of the biggest takeaways that we had from this weekend is that we can hang with the teams that are even of the highest ranking.
Yeah, and I'm sure, putting the puck in the back of the net, that definitely took a big, monkey off your back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that was huge.
That was absolutely insane. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Surreal. It was awesome.
Oh, I bet. I mean, there's nothing better than scoring goals unless you're someone who likes to pass first and that's your thing. But I mean, you get everyone going and that's, that's the kind of, juice that you need heading into the rest of the year and things that you can take away from this past weekend. For you though, what are some things that you saw from the team that maybe you guys could improve on essentially in this upcoming weeks?
In practice, we've kind of decided collectively as a group and with Tommy and Carla that we really want to hone in on like our D zone and making sure that we're winning all of our battles. I mean, that's kind of what killed us other than having 13 skaters and 2 goalies. That was pretty brutal, but we just really want to focus on our D zone and winning all of our battles, getting pucks in and out of our zone, and just getting a lot of shots to the net, crashing that hard. But most importantly, battles and hopefully sprinkling in power play, penalty kill stuff in there. So we're really excited for these next 2 weeks of practice and then getting back at it against Midland at the end of the month.
I was going to say there's a couple weeks in between games.
Yeah.
So you're eager to get back out there.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to fix, but hopefully after these 2 weeks we kind of find our groove a little bit more and we put up a good fight against them.
I know it's only been a couple days since the team was on the ice in terms of playing a game. Have you looked into what you're seeing from Midland before things get going? I'm sure they start ramping up here within the next week or so before you head to Nebraska.
Yeah, we haven't really looked into their style of play or any other systems or anything like that. But I mean, we have some time. But Tommy has talked to us and he's like, look, they're legit. You know, they're
Mhm.
gonna be the same speed as Lindenwood. You know, you guys are gonna have to put up a fight, and you're gonna have to all work together to put the puck in the net and hopefully come out with a win. So we kind of know what we're getting into, but not as much as we did against Lindenwood. So we're definitely gonna have to look into that a little bit more before we head out there.
Just to wrap things up, for you being a freshman and being new to this program, which is in itself new, what are you hoping to accomplish in your 4 years here at Maryville? And I mean, the obvious question is win a championship, but when you put that aside, what is one thing that you want to bring to Maryville while you're here, essentially?
Yeah, of course. Other than, getting our names out there, getting our team to become, respected and known, because I mean, that's everybody's dream. Obviously, a national championship would look pretty nice, but
Yeah.
I think speaking for myself and for the rest of the girls on the team, I think we just really want to build that sense of community and be role models for the younger girls and anybody else that's watching. We want to be role models. We want to show people that, college hockey is legit no matter what level you're playing at. So we're working hard day in and day out, on ice, off ice. We're doing everything we possibly can to make that happen.
Well, Emma, I appreciate you joining me today and, just chopping it up about hockey and your time so far at Maryville. We wish you nothing but the best, and we're excited to watch you guys play and start playing some home games at the Maryville University Hockey Center.
Thank you.